Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Level Up Show, episode 16. I am your host, Roosevelt Cooper, and this show documents my journey as a gamer dad entrepreneur. Today, didn't do a whole lot of entrepreneur stuff because I was not only working my job all day, but I actually had to go into the office to work my job because we're required to come in 1 day a week. So didn't have a whole lot of entrepreneur stuff to do because when I'm going into the office, that's a whole journey in and of itself because I work anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours away by train when I go into the office. And they just changed all the train schedules, so I had to work through that. But I did have something that I wanted to talk about that happened on my way home from work. So I take a Lyft to the train station when I get off work, and I was talking to the driver, and the subject of taxes came up. And I wanted to talk to you about this as gamer dad entrepreneurs because if we're not careful, this could potentially be us if we're not careful. So he is an entrepreneur as well. Obviously, he's driving Lyft, so that in and of itself is an entrepreneurial endeavor. Lyft doesn't have employees, they have independent contractors, so that in and of itself makes him an entrepreneur. But he's done some other entrepreneurial endeavors as well. So this gentleman, he had a friend of his do his taxes 1 year, well actually a few years, and the friend was putting all types of let's put it this way, not according to the tax code deductions. And as a result, he ended up getting audited, and he ended up getting assessed with a $50,000 audit. So you end up having a new balance due with the Internal Revenue Service of $50,000. And he actually was fortunate because it actually could have been more, but the auditor was like, listen, I could go back and check more years, but I don't want to do that because if I do that and you have these types of violations, you could be in serious trouble. He's like, so we'll start with what I found here and we'll assess you a $50,000 audit. He's still paying that off to this day. This was like a few years ago. He's still paying that off to this day. All because he had a friend of his, do his taxes. I can't stress it enough. Do not put your taxes in the hands of amateurs. Have your taxes done by a professional, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who understands the tax law, someone who understands the tax code, and someone who's going to show you what legal benefits there are that you are entitled to as a business owner, as a gamer dad entrepreneur, and as a taxpayer. Don't get someone who just because, oh, well, I can get you a bigger refund. Yeah, they might be able to get you a bigger refund, but if that refund doesn't fall in line with the tax code, you're not going to want that big refund when you get assessed by the IRS and have to pay penalties and interest, and you're paying interest that's more than what the refund was. So just a bit of advice. It's March right now. This is around the time where we start to file our taxes. Some of you have already filed your taxes, but do things legally. Don't get caught up in trying to get a bigger refund because it may be a bigger hassle than it's worth. The best way to make extra money is learn how to make extra money in your business. That may require you to pay more in taxes. That is not a bad thing. If you have to pay an extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in taxes because you made an extra $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 or more in a year, that's a good thing. Yes, I want to have a big tax bill one day because I'm making so much income. I've taken advantage of all my write-offs, but my income is so large that I cannot write off anything else, and I still have all this income. That is a good problem to have. But you don't want to be in a situation where you're taking write-offs and now you're in a situation where you're getting audited and now you're getting penalties and interest. And oh, by the way, penalties and interest with the IRS accrue daily until the taxes is paid off in full. So it's not like with your credit card where you have an annual rate or something like that. No, with the IRS, it's accumulating daily until that balance is paid off in full. So highly recommend get yourself a tax professional, get yourself someone who actually knows what they're doing, who can help you to be able to legally take care of your taxes, and don't put yourself in that type of situation. All right, so that's pretty much all I want to share for today. I will see you tomorrow with the next episode. Take care.